Yo, what's going up? What's going on, fam? Shout out to everybody that's here. We're gonna get into this. Salute to everyone that's here. Salute to everyone that's here. I'm your host, Jay, and we're gonna go in on this heifer. Somebody tagged me on Twitter with this video, and I was gonna get to it. Because this pretty much destroys any argument that these heifers have to get on social media and denigrate men who go overseas. We're not looking this bad. We're not really looking bad at all. But a lot of you heifers with this entitlement, y'all out here looking really bad. You passport sis are putting your L's on social media, and it's hilarious. Salute to everybody that's here. I want to shout out Vernon85 with the Cash App. You sent me a 5 on the Cash App. Appreciate the support, Vernon. All this talk about passport bros, a lot of these heifers, I think, are really upset because they can't do it. They can't go overseas and they can't, be smooth and just do whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because, they got to pay over there. They love to talk about how men got to pay for prostitutes over there, but y'all paying for D when y'all go over them. Them dudes ain't giving you it for free. You paying, you're tricking. You're doing a whole lot of tricking over there because you're not meeting no boyfriends or husbands over there. You out here pulling out your purse and you're taking money out of it. You over there paying bills, taking care of them dudes who really don't even want you like that. Now, the video that I'm going to be reviewing is a video that was sent to me. It's on Dennis Sperling's Twitter page. So shout out to Dennis Sperling. He posted this on his Twitter of this light-skinned heifer who was over there in Jamaican. I guess the guys were like, I don't eat box, right? And she didn't like that. See, that's that entitled attitude of the American heifer. She thinks that, men, can't even say it. She thinks that she's entitled to disrespect men just because they're men. You're in a different country. It's a different world in these other places. You're not going to get a pass all the time for disrespecting the men. All right? But that's how they are. This is why men are leaving these women. This is why men are refusing to date these women and marry these women. And they have nobody but themselves to blame. Y'all looking bad. Y'all want to claim we looking bad. Nah, this video clip made y'all look thirsty and desperate. And salute to Nick the Magnificent. Let's see who's here in the chat room. Get the likes up, damn it. I'm here at 12 o'clock noon on a Saturday. Matthew, Sexy Slim Goddess, Sigma, Rodan, Terry Good, Jimmy, Vern, Eric Square, Vern 85, Lord Cosmo, Antonio, Jacob S. Ain't No Half Stepping, Tim, the Bronx Side Jones, Draco, Thomas, Cornelius, Fred, Nick the Magnificent, the Sahara, Brian Turner, Kevin, Yakuza, Ishmael, Trevine, Roxy. Shout out to London. Ricky E245, Trill, 6 Canada, Blank. What does that say? Print? That's how you say it? Is it Print Reality? Rollo, Architect, Noop, Jordan, Abaga, Zay. Let's make sure y'all like the stream too. Y'all heifers are in a complete embarrassment. Y'all going over there and embarrassing us over here. But y'all get online and y'all talk all this shit about men going overseas. Well, we're not looking as bad as y'all look. Y'all looking extra bad. You know what I'm saying? And again, you see us as men, we have a respect level for people, overseas. We don't go over there to disrespect people. I'm saying we, but I got to include myself in it because I'm a black man, right? We don't go over there to make ourselves look bad. We're not going over there You know, but it's just y'all prove us right every single time when we talk about the Americanized woman and why she is not wife material. Y'all keep proving that with this entitled attitude that you heifers have. You heifers have this entitled attitude you need to get rid of, because at the end of the day, it's only going to hurt you. It's only going to hurt you. Hold on, let me see. And here you got this person who thinks that she can go to these places and disrespect these men. Now, foreign men, I want you foreigners to understand how these women are. This is your prototypical black woman. Okay? This is your prototypical black woman. This ain't a minority. Stop saying that. This type of woman here is not the minority. A lot of them act just like her. She ain't getting no D in America, so she's going over to these other countries thinking that she can act the same way and be just as disrespectful. Jordan, you'd have to send it to me. Y'all got to send me these videos because this was tagged to me on Twitter. So you'd have to send it to me. They have this entitled attitude, and people think that we're just making this up. How can we make this up? Look at this heifer, man. With the nervous scratching of the face, and it's like, she's down bad. This is your typical American black woman. This ain't the minority. This is your typical black woman that you see every single day, who you work with, who you may even have went to school with, right? Who you probably live around, who you have in your family. They have this entitled attitude. And again, salute to Terry Good with the super chat. Try and get these notifications, But I want y'all to understand, these heifers think that they can have it their way as far as the narrative. No, you cannot have it your way when it comes to the narrative. We're going to always slap down any of these stupid arguments. As a matter of fact, speaking of arguments, I want to stop real quickly, and I want to talk about Josh Seals. For those of you who don't know, Josh Seals is a current offensive lineman for the Philadelphia Eagles, right? He's been, I believe wasn't he charged with assaulting a woman? Not accused, but I believe he was charged. And I believe he is still on the Philadelphia Eagles roster. I think he's on the exempt list. The fact that none of these feminist heifers, none of these women on social media who get mad at the Deshaun Watsons of the world, y'all ain't saying nothing about Josh Seals. Y'all can't say, well, Josh Seals got cut. No, he didn't. He's still on the roster. And he's going to be there for the Super Bowl. Now, and people are saying, well, he might not be. I bet you he'll still be there. He's on the exempt list. He has not been released. You know why? Because the NFL knows that white players don't get as much outrage as black players. Even they know this, which is sad. But I haven't heard any outrage from any of you heifers. Where are the Jamel Hills of the world? And none of y'all are saying nothing. He's still currently on the roster. He ain't got cut. He's still there. And even the Eagles and the NFL knows he's not going to get that much outrage. We'll put him on the exempt list. We'll let it blow over, right? But what happens if he's found guilty? Does it take him having to be found guilty for y'all to say something? You see, black men are an easy target. They're an easy target. Everybody sees us as an easy target. That's why we live our life and we don't give a shit. We don't care what none of you think. We're going to do what we want to do, and we don't care that you don't like it. Because we always are going to be the easy target, the scapegoat. It's easy to pin something on a black man and to ruin his life. Right, Dana White. I heard some outrage about Dana White, but it kind of went away. This guy, Dana White, has a whole new show on TBS. You sent me the video, Jordan. Okay, I'll take a look at it after we get through with this. But I just want y'all to speak to y'all on what's been going on. There's a lot of fake outrage. These heifers love trying to spin a narrative that black men who travel overseas, something is wrong with them. But let's talk about the black women that go overseas looking for D, because they ain't getting none in America. And the men that they're attracted to are not even looking in their direction. So they have to go trick off in these foreign countries because they ain't getting it for free. They want to say men are paying for box overseas. You're paying for D overseas. You're going to these Caribbean countries paying for it. You ain't getting it for free. You're paying for it. You're tricking. Let's compare men tricking to women tricking. Y'all heifers are tricking a lot more over there. And then you got this embarrassment of a woman who's over there mad because these guys won't go down on her. See, she's used to simp males doing whatever she tells them, doing whatever it takes to get some. See, she's not used to a man saying no to her. She's probably used to paying all the bills, dating some loser. That's what she's used to. That's what heifers like this are used to. That's why I have absolutely no respect for them. And that's why they're going to always be single and they ain't going to never be able to keep a man. And y'all want to get on here and run your mouths about men going overseas. Men going overseas are not embarrassing themselves like y'all are. They're not putting their business out here. They're not getting curved and putting that L on social media. You are. You think because these men are from a Caribbean country, you think they're just going to do it because you're used to men who don't have much doing whatever you want them to. That's because y'all have no idea what goes on outside of America. Just absolutely pathetic. This is a pathetic woman, and anybody who is like this, any woman that's like this, is just as pathetic. A lot of pathetic behavior going on out here. So let's get into this video. Make sure y'all like this live stream so we look at this disgusting display of behavior.
Get me out of Jamaica because these niggas said they don't eat pussy and his lady don't respect him if you want him to eat.
And I want y'all to, it's going to be some foul language because, these heifers don't know how to act.
Pussy. Ziggy Marley, that's why you paddling alone, because you're not eating pussy. You rather stay here to eat pussy. Well, then you don't want a green card. Eat some pussy, you get a green card. Eat some pussy, yeah.
Y'all see how disrespectful they can get? You know what I'm saying? Y'all see how disrespectful. And this is what we got to deal with in America. If there were to be an advertisement, of why men should date women overseas, this is what it is. This is the majority of Americanized black women, and I refuse to believe otherwise. When I see a black woman acting like this is normal behavior. This is not abnormal behavior. This is normal behavior. You see, only in America can these women really get away with this. Maybe the UK, maybe Australia, right? Canada. But in other countries, you heifers would not be able to continue to get away with this, to be able to run your mouths and disrespect men like this, because other countries are a lot more patriarchal and you will be ostracized and these men would not deal with you like that. But this is your typical American black woman. This is not the minority. This is the majority. They're going over there and they're embarrassing black people, melanated people. You're in these men's countries and you're disrespecting them because they don't want to go down on you. Maybe it's because a lot of y'all don't take care of yourselves. A lot of you heifers love talking about what a man's hygiene is when a lot of you don't take care of yourselves. You may take care of the outside, but when it's time to get intimate, these men probably have had PTSD due to what they've been through with a lot of you women who've come from America And they say never again if they have indulged in that behavior. I don't know. In that act, anyway. So that's why they're saying, no, I'm not doing that. Because they have PTSD from dealing with you Americanized heifers who don't take care of yourselves. How about that? I mean, let's get to it. How dare you go to these countries and go to this country and disrespect these men like this? And then you wonder why you single as a $1 bill? You're single as a $1 bill because you're a disgusting person.
Get me out of Jamaica, because these niggas said they don't eat pussy and his lady don't respect him if you want him to eat pussy. Ziggy Marley, this why you paddling alone, because you're not eating pussy.
Shout out to Mark Stewart, says, what's up, Jay? These modern women are taking L's. A lot of L's. Appreciate that. A lot of L's. This woman is mad because these guys who she doesn't know, she don't know these men, because they won't go down on you. You're a horrible person. You notice that men, y'all notice that men, when they go overseas, you never hear that complaint about women not wanting to go down on them. What's up, Jay Thomas? Salute, Mark.
What's up, Jay? These modern women are taking LLs.
Right. Appreciate it, man. A lot of L's. Embarrassing melanated people worldwide. That's why I'm doing this live stream, because I want as many people to see this behavior to let you know why men are going overseas. This is a advertisement as to why these men are going overseas, because this is your typical American woman, black woman. This your and white women are not too far behind. So I'm not giving white women a pass. White women ain't too far behind. A lot of white women are losing their minds as well. All you got to do is go to Libs of TikTok on YouTube, on Twitter, and you'll see white women losing their minds too.
You rather stay here to eat pussy. Well, then you don't want a green card. Eat some pussy, you get a green card. Eat some pussy, yeah. Get me.
Y'all see that? No, you don't have a. So you looking for a man in Jamaica to bring back to America, and you're trying to dangle that green card? You see how disgusting these people are? And they claim we are perverts. No, this is what a pervert looks like. Okay. This is what a pervert looks like when they're going to a country, and when the men there say, well, I'm not going to do this, and then you have a meltdown and you go live or you post a video speaking on your meltdown. I don't hear men going live saying these women won't go down on me. I've never seen that. I've never seen that. Maybe it's because a lot of these guys actually are decent men who take care of themselves, right? It ain't because they can't get no women, it's because they don't want to deal with women like you. Like, seriously, how would this situation be treated differently if you had men posting a video saying that, yelling at women, why won't you go down on me? Don't you want a green card? Do you know how differently that situation will be treated? They'd be trying to get him charged, right? This is where we're at.
Get me out of Jamaica, because these niggas said they don't eat pussy and his lady don't respect him if you want him to eat pussy. Ziggy Marley, this why you paddling alone, because you're not eating pussy. You rather stay here to eat pussy. Well, then you don't want a green card. Eat some pussy, you get a green card. Eat some pussy, yeah.
The video's probably longer than this. I don't know. But why would you post this? Why would you tell the whole world that you're struggling to get a man? This is what this tells me, that you're struggling to get a man. So you're over there in Jamaica trying to entice one of these Jamaican guys to come over. But you're like, if you don't do this, this favor, then I'm not getting you a green card. Y'all know how perverted that is? Just imagine if this woman was a supervisor at a company, right? And she propositioned a guy, right? I could definitely see her doing that. This is proposition behavior. This is the behavior of somebody that's propositioned before, right? It ain't just the men who are perverts out here. There's a lot of perverted heifers out here who are going to these countries and are trying to, dangle green cards in these men's faces. Acting like because they're American women are somehow better, but the single rate is rising. A lot of y'all ain't married, will never be married, and y'all just out here looking bad out here. You're looking bad out here. And you have nobody but yourself to blame. Again, make sure y'all like the stream, man. Like the stream, share the stream. We need to get the message out that we got a lot of disrespectful behavior from these heifers, man, who think that it's okay to go to a foreign country and disrespect the men of that country. See, this is what we have to deal with. This is why we're traveling and getting passports. But you simps, you beta males, and you disgruntled heifers, you're getting on TikTok and these other platforms denigrating men who don't want to deal with disrespectful masculine heifers like this, who are yelling at men that she doesn't even know in a foreign country. This is what we got to deal with. You want to know why men are traveling and getting their passports? This is exactly why.
Get me out of Jamaica because these niggas said they don't eat pussy and his lady don't respect him if you want him to eat pussy. Ziggy Marley, that's why you paddling alone.
And then she's disrespecting them, calling them Ziggy Marley. Do y'all see how disrespectful these women can be? Y'all see how they can't even go to Jamaica and have fun and mingle with the locals, right? You see, the men in those countries want nothing to do. See, that's the difference between the passport bros and you fake ass passport sis. Okay, when y'all go overseas, y'all got to talk these men into dealing with you. You see, American men go over there. We're the life of the party. Women want to be around us. No Jamaican man, no Dominican man, no Haitian man want to be around you unless you got some money. But even then, they're not eating your box. And that's why you're in your feelings. You're feeling why you feeling disrespected is because you got something to hide. Do you have an insecurity about your body that you're mad these men don't want to go down on you? I bet any guy that she's ever dated in her adult life, she's made their life miserable. That's why she's in Jamaica arguing with men that she don't even know about eating box.
Cause you're not eating pussy. You rather stay here to eat pussy. Why then you don't want a green card? Eat some pussy, you get a green card. Eat some pussy, yeah. Get me.
The disrespect is at high levels here. And again, I want y'all to understand this. These are the women that we have to deal with. We have to deal with heifers like this. This is normal behavior in America. And they think they can take that behavior elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is unbelievable. But they want to claim they're the victims. They want to claim that we're lying on them. They want to claim that the things that we are saying about them is inaccurate. I don't think so. Everything that we're saying about you heifers is true because you put these L's out here and you give us all these receipts. Y'all give us so much to be able to use because you cannot help yourself. You cannot help but to sabotage yourself and sabotage other women. And people acting like they don't know why we're traveling overseas. It's because we have to deal with heifers like this.
Wouldn't this rant she's going on be considered sexual promotion on whatever social media she's on? Sounds like the oncoming police car man police officer revolving light is on their way.
Right. Appreciate that, Eric. It could be. It could be a form of what? Sex tourism? Because that's exactly what this is. But you see, these women are not going to get, nobody's going to care because, you know, they want to see black women as victims. They want to claim that everything that goes on with black women is because of black men. That's how they try to push things. But nobody made this heifer do this. Because why? Because these guys don't want to go down on you. A man should be coming to you and enticing you with that, not the other way around. You shouldn't have to campaign and argue a man down because he don't want to go down on you. That's crazy. And this is a form of sex tourism, complete. And she put this video out here because they don't think anything will happen to them, and that's the truth. When these women, see, these women are tools of the establishment. Melanated women are tools of society, right? They are used against men, especially black men. They make false accusations. They are there to sort of stifle them in whatever that they're doing. And that is why they are given so many passes. You see, melanated women are not a threat to society. They're not a threat. They're not a threat whatsoever. I got this clip from Dennis Sperling's Twitter page. So if y'all want to see this video, it's on Dennis Sperling's page. Somebody tagged me in the post yesterday. Shout out to Jarrell Davis.
These chicks clearly haven't learned anything about these countries from the whole Brittany Griner thing.
Right. Appreciate it, man. But you see, the thing is that, again, these women don't think the rules apply to them. They think they can go to different countries and act like this, especially in majority black countries, like a Jamaica or even a Haiti. They think they could go there and act this way, but you're not going to continue to get passes. And she does kind of look like Brittany Griner, does she? What is it with these light-skinned women that they can go to these countries act crazy, ain't it?
Get me out of Jamaica, because these niggas said they don't eat pussy, and his lady don't respect him if you want him to eat pussy. Ziggy Marley, that's why you paddling alone, because you're not eating pussy. You rather stay here to eat pussy. Well, then you don't want a green card. Eat some pussy, you get a green card. Eat some pussy, yeah.
I'm telling you, man, these light-skinned women is acting crazy. You know what I'm saying? These light-skinned American women out here wilding out, man. What's going on out here? Like, come on, man. Now people will think that it's a dark-skinned woman who would act like this. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. You got a lot of entitled light-skinned women out here who would act just like this, even worse. So it ain't just the dark-skinned women. You got a lot of these light-skinned women who act crazy out here. They will go out here acting crazy. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. They will go out here acting crazy. These light-skinned heifers will definitely act crazy too. They don't get a pass from me. I see past the light-skinnedness. It don't impress me. It really don't. They go out here and they say and do crazy things, and some people will give them a pass. I don't. She has an insecurity about her box. That's why she's acting out. She has an insecurity about her box. Now, let's see. It's another video I'm going to play. She has an insecurity about her body. That's why she's upset. You see, the passport bros do it better. A lot of you heifers out here trying to be passport sis. You can't just go over there asking for, relations. You know what I'm saying? You got to be better at this. You know what I'm saying? They're not. They get on here and just become a complete embarrassment. Embarrassing black people. Hold on, let me go look up that video that the brother sent me. I'm gonna go look at that video you just sent me. See if I can bring that video up. Make sure y'all like the stream, man. What is wrong with these heifers, man? Let me tell y'all this. Let me tell y'all this. We need to continue to showcase the behaviors of these women in regards to traveling. They're hypocrites. These women be traveling just as much as men do, but they travel for sex. They don't really travel for relationships or to move out of the country, because you do have black men who end up moving out the country. A lot of these women just be looking for D because they're not getting none in America. That's why they go on these girls' trips. They go on these girls' trips for D. Especially, look at DJ Envy's wife. DJ Envy's wife went on a 3-week trip. What y'all think she went for? Man, they be going on these girls' trips to get D'd down. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. Okay, why isn't Twitter working? Now Twitter's not working. Now Twitter's not working. Let me go to my email real quick. Shout out to everybody here. From what I have seen, the men that travel overseas, they, typically they will stay over there, or, they'll stay for a period of time and then they'll come back and they'll go back again, stay for a period of time. It's not just a sex trip. Now, there are guys who do go for that. I'm not saying they don't. I'm not here to make excuses and act like, well, they would never do that. I'm not that type of guy. I'm not that type of guy. But to say that, but you do have men who end up going to these countries and they will typically stay there. They will make their home there. Okay, hold on. Okay, you sent me the video. I don't know whose channel this is. I don't want to just play anybody's video. I don't know. I'm a little bit, I don't like to just play people's videos, but I'll give them a shout out. Because sometimes, you play people's videos, you got to be careful. You don't want to just play anybody's video. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Okay, this is a video from a channel by the name of L Check-In. And it says, Brazilian woman talks about dating, gender roles, American men, and interracial relationships in Brazil. I don't know if I'm going to watch all of it, but I'll check it out.
All right, this is my friend. Tell me your name and where you're from.
Hi, I'm Stella. I'm from Rio. Nice to meet you, guys.
And what part of Rio are you from?
I'm from Rio, but I'm from the state. So my hometown is like 2 hours by car.
All right, we're going to talk about dating in Brazil. How is dating here? Do people want to get married or just have fun? What do you think?
I think the young, they want to have more fun.
They just want to have fun?
Yeah, they just think about like married when they get old.
Yeah. But there are people who want to get married. Like, at what age do most people get married here?
Oh, I don't know. In my family, we marry very early.
Very early.
Yeah.
So the average, most Brazilians marry early, or just your family?
I think yeah.
That makes sense.
I have like 4 sisters. They all marry.
They all marry?
Yeah, and they have kids. I'm the second old, and all the time I go home, my mom, wait, what happened? What's going on?
She waiting on you.
Yes, exactly.
So, Brazilian guys, how do they treat Brazilian women? Are they jealous? Are they kind? Do they give gifts?
Yeah, they kind. But I think like...
Shout out to Terry Good.
You can get throat cancer eating box.
I've heard that, Terry. I have heard that, man. That's just a side note for women to understand. That's why a lot of guys may not want to be going down on you as well.
Like more or less.
More or less.
Same, yeah. They're young, they very
do they
like
cheat?
just...
They faithful, they cheat. They have a lot of girls.
Yes.
I had
yes.
it clear, though. Okay.
And they want to have fun.
They just want to have fun.
Like,
They don't want to be serious.
Yes, exactly.
All right,
That's
so,
complicated.
Right. So how are Brazilian women in relationships? Do they cook, clean? Are they nice? Are they faithful? Do you guys cheat? Do you have a lot of men?
Yes.
I'm gonna put the link to this video in the chat room, and I'll probably put it. I'll put it in the comment, not comment, but the description box as well. It's from the L. It spells EL Check-In YouTube channel.
Yes.
Brazilian women have a lot of men.
Men.
Yeah.
No. No, I say about cook.
No. All right. So
no,
cook?
it's slow down. Calm down.
Okay.
You too fast.
All right.
No, yes, we cook, like clean. I know, take care.
You like any?
We
you guys...
Brazilian, we have affection. Very like
affectionate.
Yes, very kindly, friendly. So we like together.
Yeah. hugging, kissing.
Yes,
so
exactly.
You guys
very hot.
You get jealous?
Oh yes, I think
jealous?
50%.
50%.
Yeah.
Now I want y'all to compare this woman with the woman that I played the video from. I want y'all to compare both of those women, okay? You got one woman who seems very pleasant, like this woman here, feminine, and then you got the other masculine heifer who seems like she's been, dick deprived for like months and is frustrated, and she thought she was gonna go to Jamaica and try to coerce those men into sleeping with her, and it ain't working. Like, compare, contrast the two. And y'all will see why men are going overseas. All right. And they don't have to make any videos talking about these women won't go down on us. I have never seen a video like that ever from men.
Yes. yes. Okay, I have like the balance.
All right, yeah, that's true. All right, so a Brazilian guy meets a female. How do they make them their girlfriend? Do they take you to eat? Do they take you to drink? Talk on the phone, stuff like that?
Yeah, but like we a little different than American. So we take more longer for being like a girlfriend or boyfriend. So I know, like in America, like if you have like 3 dates, oh, my girlfriend. Yeah. I heard about it.
Yeah.
But this like it scared a little bit me. Like we Brazilians, we more like calm down.
So how long do you think it takes? Like a month, 2 months to be girlfriend, boyfriend?
Oh, I think 3 months.
2 months?
3 months.
3 months.
4 months. Yeah.
3 months.
Yeah.
And so in those 3
and then you know if you want or not.
Yeah. So in those 3 months, what do? You go out to eat, you go watch movies, stuff like that?
Yeah, watch games.
Yeah, talk on the phone.
Yeah, go to the mall.
Get to know each other.
Yes, exactly.
So do you guys meet each other family? None of that.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
No, calm down. And then when I have 3 months, okay, now I know if I want or not.
Right, yeah.
With my boyfriend, and then I say, okay, think about it.
All right.
Family, no family.
Yeah. All right, that makes sense. So Brazilian women, do they prefer American men or Brazilian men?
Oh, me personally, I prefer American men.
Yeah.
I prefer blacks.
Ding. Ah.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, you can't be saying that because, black women in America think that black men belong to them. Now, she says American men. It could be black, white, whatever. Maybe she just likes American men. But, I noticed, one thing I will say, though, when it comes to like Caucasian people, Caucasian women are very, they speak in code when it comes to speaking on men, especially their men overseas. Right? Like it's very coded, because, truth be told, a lot of Caucasian women are losing men to women overseas, and they have for years. It's been like a slow process, but it's starting to get to that point to where Caucasian men are going to get wives literally from other countries, whether it be Thailand, the Philippines, South Korea, I believe even Japan. And, Caucasian women can see that, but a lot of things, a lot of what people have to understand about the Caucasian community is they understand the power in numbers, and they will always support each other low key. It's so they can keep that, the power that they have in our society. Right. And white women know the only people that's going to uplift them the highest are white men. And so they can't outright criticize these men for going overseas, because trust me, these men are making videos speaking about the process of dating women overseas and why they are doing it. But white women are very careful in their criticism of white men. They're very careful of that. But you notice with black people, black women are very vocal. You even got white men who are speaking about black men going overseas who need to keep their mouths shut and worry about their crumbling community, right? And birth rates.
Good answer, good answer. But in general, and your friends, you know, people you know, like do they like American men? Do they
Yes,
like
yes.
they find us attractive?
Yes.
Why you think so? Is it the way we dress?
Different.
The way we
English
talk?
is sexy.
English is sexy. Okay.
But like American men, they have a style. It's different.
Swag, that's
Defensive.
swag.
Yes.
You know?
Okay.
Swag. You hear that? Swag. You know, that swag is international. But people say that, you know, black men who go overseas are lame. No, I think if you stay here and you ain't left your city yet, you're lame. Okay? A lot of y'all are dealing with women because you think you're stuck when you can always move on, right? I ain't stuck in nothing. You know, I can go wherever. I can go to any state, any country, continent I want. You know, I could do it tomorrow. It's about having options. You know, I love having options. I'm not stuck. I don't feel stuck, and I'm not going to have a stuck mentality. A lot of y'all have a stuck mentality, all right? I'm sick and tired of grown-ass men and women worrying about what men do. Focus on your life and why your life ain't together. A lot of you guys that are critical, you don't have your life together. You don't own anything. You probably work for somebody else. You're calling another man boss, but you want to get on social media and act like, you know, the lives of other men bother you that much. Worry about your life. Worry about getting yourself together. Worry about building something for yourself and your family instead of being looked upon as a joke, because some of y'all are looked upon as a joke in your family. Nobody looks up to you. They look at you and they mock you. And that's why you go to the internet to try to tell people how to live their life. I've never in 9 years told anybody how to live their life.
Like if I walk on the beach and I see an American man, I say, oh,
You
he's
know,
American
yeah.
because the style is different.
Yeah, you know,
like look
immediately.
different. I say, okay,
Yeah.
you're not from here.
You can point them out. You know who
Yes.
he is. All right. You say you like American men. So what's the type of guy you go for? Like, what do you look for in a man? Like, for them to be nice, have money, take you out. What you look for? Have a job.
oh, that's important.
what you like in a man?
Oh, I think I look more.
Yeah, I've heard about that, Christopher. I've heard about, you know, Swedish women not liking the fact that, you know, Swedish men are dating, you know, women from other countries. They're mad about that. It's because Sweden is the mirror image of America. Very feminist. They're pushing feminist and woke agenda, both countries. And that they are because they think they own men. They think that they want the right to be able to pick and choose who they want. And when that right is taken away from these entitled women, they feel some type of way, right? They feel some type of way.
The actions, like if it is kindly or like
Sing you love
treat
song.
me good,
Write you poem.
Exactly, like go out. You know, affection.
Yeah.
We like affection. We like a lot of hugs.
So
I like
Brazilian
kisses.
women love affection.
Yeah, I love kisses.
In public? Outside?
Yes,
Like,
he's normal.
holding hands?
Yeah,
kissing?
yeah,
Okay.
exactly. We need to show your woman.
In America, it's not that common. It's not that normal. We do it sometimes, but here I notice they do it a lot.
Yes,
in public, kiss each other.
No, okay, no, like kiss a lot, like.
Yeah. No, I've seen that too here.
Like, you know, show that
Show
my
affection
girlfriend.
in public.
Yeah, exactly. But no, like public, like in general. I say
Everywhere.
in general. Yeah, like
Indoors,
I like kisses, hugs, like affection. You know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like show, like that's my type of like love.
Black men are the shit. That's why. Because black men are the shit. When we go everywhere we go, it's a party. And that's why people don't like it. All you know, personality having, you know what I'm saying? And the thing is, the key to getting women is to have personality. That's the thing. No matter where you go, right? Women are going to gravitate towards you if you have something, right? They're not going to gravitate towards you if you have nothing. And I'm not just talking about money. You know what I'm saying? I think I think what American women have lost is the art of identifying genuine men who actually have their best interests at heart. You know, these women end up going the opposite direction, and they get with men who just, you know, suck them dry, you know, as far as resources, as far as their energy, as far as any good qualities that they have. These men just take whatever and leave them. And that's why you have a lot of empty women out here who are so bitter because they feel wronged. They feel wronged by men. So whenever a man does something, these women got a reaction to it, right? But too many of you women are going in the opposite direction, and you can't blame men for that. You got to blame yourself for that. You know, if women brag about how many men they curve every day, right? And then look at the guy they choose. He's a POS, according to them. But, you know, you didn't see that. You didn't see that a mile away. It's because you're attracted to chaos. And you're going to get chaos. You're not going to be able to control it. I don't care if you're paying all the bills or not. Paying all the bills ain't going to stop chaos from happening in your life. It's just not. But they learned that from their mothers and their aunts. They saw their mothers and their aunts do the same shit and get the same results. And she said, you know what? I'm going to do that and do it better. And you do it even worse. You got strong, independent heifers who have ruined their dating life. And they're on TikTok blaming everybody else except for themselves. You see, women that have an actual life wouldn't care what men did. They wouldn't care about men going overseas. They wouldn't. They have their own life. They don't care. But a lot of you women that don't have a life, you know, you've been wrong. You feel like you've been wronged by men. You got so much that you want to get off your chest. You got so much anger and so much bitterness. Instead of getting therapy, you get online and you try to push narratives that make absolutely no sense. It's not going to change the fact that you choose the wrong men all the time. It's not going to change who you got to fundamentally change who you are. Become a happy person. Happy people don't complain. You know, you don't get online and worry about why are these men going to these different countries? You need to stay here. Like, who does that? Like, who does that? Like, if women I'm not attracted to go to a different country, why would I give a shit? Why would I care? I'm like, okay, get those people out of here. I'm not attracted to them. Or go live your best life. I'm not going to get online and complain about people I'm not attracted to. Obviously, you are attracted to those people, but you thought those people will be waiting for you when you've hit the wall twice over. And that's just not the case. A lot of you heifers are hitting the wall earlier and earlier, and that's why you're bitter. I'm absolutely disgusted by the behavior of you women. I am.
That's
like
the love,
show love. Yeah.
Love language, we say.
It's like love language.
All right, last question. Do Brazilian women date older men? Is that normal? Like 10 years older, 20 years older?
Yeah.
That's normal here?
Yeah.
So you'll see a 20-year-old with a 40-year-old man, like married?
Yeah.
With kids and everything?
My family, like my sister, they all, the guys, your husband are more older.
Or older.
Yeah.
Why you think? Because they have their life together, they have like house or jobs and stuff, right?
Yeah, I think it's like responsibilities. Because a lot of like guys, young guys, like they don't want like responsibility.
Yeah.
Like they don't want to have a family. Like you know, so.
That's pretty much all. I didn't want to play too much of the video because I was about to end the interview. But I want y'all to see, like, these women are ready. These women are ready to deal with the men that you women have played over and not taken seriously. They're ready to take your men. So you can choose either to understand that and accept it. You can choose to fight for it, or you can choose to get left behind and mocked. Because when I see y'all getting in your feelings and your emotions, man, I chuckle. I really do chuckle because you did this to yourself. You have ruined your own dating life and you want to project. You and your simps, you want to project your insecurity onto other men. That's what I see. A lot of y'all project. And people are starting to see through it. And the thing is, a lot of you people that got so much to say, you don't even have your own life together. You don't have your own life together. Y'all need to get your own life together instead of getting online and worrying about what men you claim you're not attracted to are doing. But that's the thing. They think they own. They think they own American men. They think they own these men. These men are not supposed to go nowhere. But that ship has sailed. That ship started sailing even before I made content. There was a lot of men who were moving away from you, and you just couldn't see it, could you? You just couldn't see it, could you? What, you thought that these men will be here waiting for you? That's not going to happen. And it's only going to get worse for you. It ain't going to get better. It's going to get worse for you because you played around and now you have to live a life where you have less options than you have before. I think that's what really bothers them, is that they have less options than before. But too bad. I mean, so what? I mean, you know, the good thing about being men, especially us, is that we have a ton of options because there's a ton of you heifers everywhere. There's a ton of you heifers everywhere. There's women everywhere. We're not going to fight to keep one or two of you here. You know, that's the difference. You think you can control us, and that's just not the case. You know, we are well past that. We're well past that. You know, so y'all can get on here. You can bring your simps, and you think that you can make some sense. You make no sense until you bail. Let me tell you beta male something, because I'm seeing a lot of beta male energy. A lot of y'all are siding with the same women you criticize. A lot of you guys are siding with the same women you would never marry. A lot of you guys would never marry these women, and you're getting online pretending like these are still the best options. You can't have it both ways. You can't sit there and not marry these women or wife these women up, but claim these are the best women. Well, you don't believe that because you've never married one, or you're not even in a long-term relationship with one. So how are you going to tell single men that they still need to be here to date these women when you don't even think these women are dateable? So when these men say, you know what, I'm going to explore and go to other places, that doesn't mean that it's going to be permanent. It could be an experiment thing. And you get on here and you criticize these men, try to make them look like they look bad. But nobody, and I mean nobody, look as bad as this heifer here who's arguing with Jamaican men about why they won't eat box. Nobody looks as bad as this person here. This woman looks bad. You can't defend this. And the thing is, if these men are so desperate to get a green card, they will do whatever. I remember when this black female, this black American female, she called her African boyfriend. I can't remember what country he was from. I think he might have been from Ghana. She caught him cheating, right? And she said, you getting deported, or something like that. You getting deported, right? Like, so you're basically holding deportation over his head. Like, is that what it comes to? That you have to use deportation in order to keep him from cheating? Like, that's sad. You are doing the whole passport thing wrong. If you want to maintain a relationship with a foreign person, why don't you move to that country? You're not, because they have it good here. As much as these women complain about America, this is the best they're ever going to have it, unless they move maybe to Sweden or maybe even in Australia or Canada. But this is the best they have it. They're not about to move to the continent. They're not about to move to the continent of Africa. Are you crazy? They criticize it every chance they get. They criticize the conditions every chance they get. Shout out to Lord Bison for joining the team. Join the chat elite, becoming a member. You heifers are an embarrassment. And then you got the nerve to get your lousy asses on social media and put up videos like this. You make all black Americans look bad, not just black women, because, you know, they're not going to blame you for this. They're going to put the blame on us as black men. And they're going to say, well, why would she have to go there to look for that if you men were here doing that? I wouldn't consider myself a passport bro at all. But I'm about men having options. I've been about that since 2014. I've been consistent about why men should have options. I'm not here to shame grown men into being like me, because that's the problem. Y'all want men to be, you know, I'm talking to you males. Y'all want other men to be like you because you're afraid to step outside of your comfort zone. You have gotten in your mind that I have to deal with these women. I have to make, no, you don't. No, you don't. You dudes have nothing but horror stories from dealing with American women. You don't even have any good stories. From the women that you date, to the women that you work with, to the women that you went to school with, to the women that you have in your family. You have nothing but bad stories and bad experiences. You should be the main ones advocating for men having the options, because that's all it is at the end of the day. It's options. You should never close a door when you can go through it. You know, and that's not what you should be doing. What, to defend these heifers? To defend heifers who say shit like this?
Get me out of Jamaica, because these niggas said they don't eat pussy and his lady don't respect him if you want him to eat pussy. Ziggy Marley, that's why you paddling alone, because you're not eating pussy. You rather stay here to eat pussy. Well, then you don't want a green card. Eat some pussy, you get a green card. Eat some pussy, yeah. Get me out.
And this is an American black woman, ladies and gentlemen. And y'all see, and this is the majority. I know black women like this. And I'm sure y'all know black women like this too. Okay? Like, whose wife and heifers like this? Why do you have to argue with a man to eat your box? A man should want to eat your box. He should come to you and say, I would do this and I would do that to you, right? But you had to argue with him on a beach. And look at the distance the brother is. The brother's over there in the water. He ain't want to be nowhere near this heifer. Probably bad built, right? Bad built. Out there. Standing out there just looking crazy, yelling about why they won't eat your box. And they're keeping their distance because they're like, this heifer's crazy. Yeah, she's an American black woman. I mean, this is them. And people want to make excuses for them and they want to defend them. How can y'all defend this? How can y'all defend this? You're arguing with Jamaican men because they don't want to eat your box. You are a disgusting person. Like, what woman of any value has to sit there and argue on the beach about why a man should eat your box? Like, why? What woman of value does that? What woman of value has to sit there and argue with men about eating her box? This woman is sexually frustrated. This is what sexual frustration looks like. This is what black female sexual frustration looks like. You see a lot of these heifers online, on YouTube, sexually frustrated. They hate black men, but they love Black D. That's where they're at. I tell you, every Saturday at around 12 a.m., 1 a.m., they call in one of their Narcissistic exes. Because ain't nobody else sleeping with them. So they got to call that ex that they can't stand. That's probably with a white woman. Because they need some D, because they, they hate black men, but they love black. They can't leave it alone. This is why they on here de-policing. They're on here de-policing, man, because they ain't getting none. They're like, y'all leaving to go to these other countries while meanwhile these women are frustrated. I wonder why you're frustrated. Maybe it's because of all that masculine energy. All that masculine energy. And they're so frustrated. So they're like, well, I'm going to take a girl's trip to Jamaica because they've heard so many stories about women tricking money off on men to sleep with them, using green cards, right? Because them Jamaican men have no incentive to sleep with these women at all. Zero. Unless they're paying. A lot of you heifers are paying money when you go over there. You're not getting free D. You're paying for it. Just like they claim men are paying for it. Oh, you heifers are paying for it. If you were to ask any of those Jamaican men who are sleeping with American women, those women done spent some money. They done spent some money. They're not getting free. They're not getting free D. No, they're not. They are paying for it. That's why when they talk about men going overseas, they love saying, well, you're going to get prostitutes. You're getting with foreign hookers because they're getting, I didn't want to call those men, but they're getting with men who, charge by the hour. Okay. Not because those men, that's what they do. It's because these men are getting singled out by these women. And these dudes are like, I wouldn't regularly sleep with you, but if you're going to pay for it, why not? But I'm not going down on you. That's for damn sure. If you want me to hit it, I'll hit it. But I'm not going to go down on you. That ain't happening. That's what's going on. You heifers are a complete embarrassment. You shouldn't be saying nothing about men going overseas when y'all posting videos like this and thinking that it's normal. And there are people who are going to think this is normal. Shout out to...
Don't like to eat box cause don't know where it been.
Right. Folks, appreciate it, man. Now, we don't know where that box been. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, women, y'all got to stop posting your L's. You know what? Maybe you just need to keep posting them because we're going to continue to make fun of you and point out your hypocrisy. Y'all are looking so damn desperate. Y'all are looking desperate out here. Y'all are down bad. Y'all want to know what down bad is? This is down bad when you got to argue with Jamaican men on a beach because they don't want to go down on you. You think when they rode up on those jet skis, did you think that you was gonna get them to do certain things? Or whatever that was on. I think those were jet skis. You thought that they was going to go down on you, and that didn't happen. So you out here. I know that's a paddle boat. I'm talking about jet skis. It's a paddle boat. Oh, those are boats, not jet skis, but those are boats. But what did you expect to happen, heifer? You going over there like you can't get no D over here in America? There are men over here. There's plenty of men with paddle boats over here. And you got to go to Jamaica just to get a man with a paddle boat? Are you serious? There are plenty of men in America who will do anything for a place to stay. All right? Get them some money on the side, right? Pay their cell phone bill. They'll go down on you. Right? You got to go to Jamaica just to get that. You can't get that in America. There are plenty of men over here in America and women who will do just that. So you got to go to Jamaica just to do that. That's what's going on out here. And you got to sit out here and talk about men when your life is in shambles. Your dating life is in shambles. And this is what you choose to do. What's going on out here? Y'all heifers look terrible, running your mouths, and you know your life ain't right. You're getting out here and you're mad because men don't want to eat you out. Well, maybe that's a you problem. Maybe we sense your energy. You know how women can say they can sense the energy of a guy? Well, we can sense the energy of you heifers, and we know to stay away. We sense the energy, and we want nothing to do with it. Like, damn, why is she arguing with me about eating her box? Like, seriously. Oh, I got another video I want to do. A response to. I just never got to it. They don't, try to. Let's see. I might play a little bit of it. Maybe not too much of it. I want to talk about this segment that they did about the Passport Bros on this news segment real quick while I'm live, while I'm going in. How many of y'all remember this video or this news segment here? So let's see what this guy got to say. And he better be speaking some sense, or he's gonna have to hear it from me. Make sure y'all like the stream.
Factor Uncensored. Is sex in your travel itinerary? It's one of the travel goals for a community called the Passport Bros, meaning brothers. It's a traveling community of upwardly mobile black men. Some are accused of going around the world searching for a more traditional and submissive wife. But is it all about sex and just a girlfriend for hire and then return home to humiliate black women in America? That's the controversy that we're dealing with. One of its members, Austin Holman, is apologizing for comments that he made about Brazilian women. Take a listen.
What I meant by when I said that Brazilian women are easy, and I shouldn't use the word easy. I know that now. I'm sorry. But what I'm saying is, for a man that's well-mannered, well-dressed, that has put in the effort to raise himself, he will have an easier time in Brazil, as opposed to where I was from. That wasn't always the case.
Both American and women around the world are speaking out against the Passport Bros, arguing the...
Now, I just want to say this. If you look at what he was accused of, right, and you look at what I just played from the heifer previously, who was more egregious? You have a woman openly seeking sex tourism, and you have a guy who's being accused of all types of things because he dares to be a black American man dating, or in foreign countries dating foreign women, asking them certain questions, right?
These guys are using their status to take advantage of women and even calling it a form of sex tourism and sex trafficking.
Oh, you mean what the previous heifer just did? Trying to proposition those Jamaican men for sex for a green card? Is that, are we going to do a news segment on that as well? Are we going to have a panel on that too?
Let's talk about it. Communications specialist Priscilla Pack and Rochelle Gemini both are here on the Factor Uncensored. We were supposed to do this last week. We're doing it this week. You have done a lot of research. When you think about and what you've heard about Passport Bros, your opinion on this so-called group?
Let me tell you, they weren't even on my radar. You brought it up to me, and then I saw it, and I was just like, oh, that's cute. Guys go and get their passports. My son just got his passport last week. He's 9, so that's cool. Passport brothers, that's what's up. Then
I think it's a good thing that she got her son a passport. That lets you know that she understands options and being able to go to different countries. And, maybe if you like those places, maybe, when your son gets older, maybe he wants to move there, right?
I started doing the research, and I'm like, wait a minute. Because I grew up, with 2-parent household. My parents still happily married. I grew up in love. Some people grew up in survival mode, and maybe they just in a whole nother dimension of trying to find love or trying to find easy situations and everything. But at the same time,
hey, somebody put the name of the host in the chat room.
It was like, why do you have to put down the thing that you don't like in front of everybody just to get the thing that.
Yo, is she the OnlyFans chick? Is she the OnlyFans chick? Her? So this is the OnlyFans chick, right? Let me tell you, OnlyFans chick, something. I don't judge the fact that y'all choose to do what you do. I will call out your behavior if you're out here acting crazy. But if you're an OnlyFans model, or she's probably a struggle OnlyFans model, you shouldn't have any room to talk because you show your assets for money. Okay, you basically are selling yourself online. So you shouldn't even be talking about Passport Bros. You need to get your life together. Get your life together, heifer, before you get online or on TV talking about what men are doing. You out here shaking your ass for cash, okay? You shouldn't be saying anything about Passport Bros.
That you do want. I don't care. But
That being black women in America.
His name is Isaiah. Okay.
Putting them down for women who may be of color in another country.
Right. That want to be a little more
also submissive.
Exactly.
She couldn't even be on this news segment without showing her thighs. You know, the hoism just never stays home. They got to bring it wherever they go.
To them.
Exactly.
But also paid prostitution in many cases.
And that's what they covering up. And you can tell that by the way that, what's his name, Austin, was talking, because I saw the other videos of him going like, hey, you would have sexual intercourse with me tonight, right? And she's saying, yes. They about to really get a lick on him. That's what's really about to happen. Because I also saw some of the women from overseas saying, yeah, we're just trying to get a lick. You know, they also came out saying, we know these Passport Bros. They not new.
So essentially, they're chumps themselves.
Yes.
Okay, shiny suit Isaiah. Look at him trying to impress women who will never give him none. Now, maybe not. Listen, shiny suit Isaiah would trick some money off on them two any day of the week. Okay, so and the guy comes off like he would pay for it. So for him to get on here and act like, you know, the Passport Bros or a bad thing, it's your typical normie black American male who's overly trying to impress women who will never take him seriously. Okay? What a disgrace. These are the type of men they put on TV, you know, pandering to women who, again, would never give him none for free. Right?
Simply John on the streets of America.
They might be some that might be actually looking for love that can't find it maybe in America, but you didn't let some rotten apples into y'all group, and y'all need to call the ones out that's not doing it correctly, because baby, we not just in America. You can claim wherever you want to be anytime.
Why did they say she a poet? So this elf is a poet as well. Does she do poetry on her OnlyFans?
I don't care. Get a passport. Go find your love. But at the same time, don't put down us just because you feel like you've had some rejection. Deal with rejection. Heal.
Listen, you heifers can't deal with rejection. I just played a video of a black American woman getting curved, and she went live and posted a video of her getting curved because she couldn't take rejection.
Go do your thing. We don't care.
And of course, we're not talking about all individuals who may travel out of the country, but Priscilla, for those who may be taking advantage of women out there and then trying to humiliate black women in America, your thoughts about that?
Well, black women are humiliating themselves, Isaiah. Purple suit, Isaiah. They are humiliating themselves. They make themselves look bad, bro. You guys need to wake up instead of bringing panels up. They should have had another guy on that panel that actually could talk some sense. But of course, Isaiah wasn't going to do it because he, you know, the guy doesn't want to. He didn't want to get exposed on his own show, right? He's trying to impress these women, bro. These women, if they could get with a man who had money and resources to go overseas regularly, they would do it.
I think it's really, really sad. Like I look at them and I almost want to pity them, but then I don't, because there's a level of ignorance that's deplorable. I'm go ahead and use that word today. I think that they are taking advantage, at least from what they project themselves to be as a group. They're taking advantage of gender gaps and economic opportunities that are not there in these other countries that are present for us in America, in the States, in Canada, in Scandinavia, all over the world.
Y'all heard that she mentioned Canada and Scandinavia, right? Y'all got to understand why she mentioned Canada and Scandinavia. Because I mentioned a little bit earlier that Scandinavia has become very feminist. So has Canada. That's why she mentioned Canada and Scandinavia, because they are very female centric in Scandinavia and in Canada. And they fit her model of what she thinks the world should be. And when they look down upon countries that are more patriarchal, South America is more patriarchal. Africa, the continent, is more patriarchal than Scandinavia and Canada, and also Australia as well. So that's why she mentioned them, right? And New Zealand, you could put New Zealand in there as well. That's why she mentioned them, because they're more feminist. And these feminists know which countries fit their ideology. Right. So that's why she mentioned Scandinavia and Canada, because those countries are very female centric.
And not even thinking back to the history of why are women and people made to be so independent in this country today. I think there's so many factors that they shove to the side for their preferences and trying to deem it a movement, which is so disappointing to hear. The civil rights movement was a movement.
Facts.
You know.
A movement that was betrayed by black women. The civil rights movement was betrayed by black women. They decided to go to the feminist movement, right? See, feminists need to learn their history before they go and say these things, because a lot of you black women joined another movement outside of the civil rights movement. You joined the feminist movement. You helped ruin your own community.
Anti-apartheid movement was a movement. Come on. So I'm thinking of passport bros like, this is a shame. You could really take advantage of your opportunity to educate people on how to get a passport. Wow. To go.
But wait a minute, it's not that hard. According to y'all, it ain't that hard to get a passport. It's so easy to get one. So why would they need to educate people on getting one?
Overseas, travel the world, and to learn, and not just make it be about sex. And the fact that now you're putting this stigma on people and black people in America, that is literally mushing us down. I hate that I said mushing, couldn't find a better word, right?
Shout out to Antonio Morgan.
Jaye saw the interview with Isaiah and Austin held his ground. Isaiah was disingenuous all the way around. A young black Brazilian feminist put mistruth about Austin and called her out on it.
Okay, appreciate that. Y'all heard about that. I've seen how that has unfolded. It's very unfortunate. But to me, I think it was one person. I honestly, I don't think the outrage is as big as people want it to be. But I do think that it's a shame. I do think that you have dysfunctional women everywhere, and those women have the internet. You know, they have social media. And if they can capitalize on it, they're going to do it. Because I heard that the Brazilian heifer was doing interviews, you know. People was interviewing a heifer that needs a translator. Like, it's crazy.
Right. But like bringing us down. Right. They all know. They know. But what does that do for our perspective?
Them talk some of them, not all of them, talk so badly about black women in America. You guys are too bossy. You're too much. You're not feminine enough for them.
That's true.
I think that sounds a lot to me like insecurities and the inability to seek what you want with what you have, where you.
How much y'all want to bet both these heifers are single? Now, the lady, the wannabe sophisticated woman on the left, now she may have a boyfriend or a husband. I see she has a ring on her ring finger. I don't know if she's married or not, but I can only imagine what type of man she's married to. But I bet you this heifer here is definitely single, doesn't have a man. She's a baby mama. And, you know, of course she's going to criticize men going overseas, because those are less men who are going to want to, date her and take care of her and her child. You know, she probably got multiple kids. You know, heifer might have like 3 or 4 kids for all we know.
You are. That's what I really think about that. It almost disgusts me and is borderline gaslighting to sit here and treat American women, American black women, and try to shut us down because we may be educated or have the ability to obtain certain finances and social status that we're not in other countries.
Yeah, they love talking about how other countries aren't financially ahead of, or financially right with America. I mean, when I've watched videos of foreign women, like a lot of these guys from the States, they go overseas and they'll film themselves being out in public around the city. I mean, some of these areas look no different than America. I mean, some parts of America look like third world countries, and they're ran by Democrats, of course. But a lot of the women that I see dress just like the women over here. They have iPhones, right? Tattooed, like they look just like the women over here. There's really no difference. I see a lot of the same similar cars. I don't see a difference. So they trying to act like these people are living in huts, or you know what I'm saying? Like they're living in real horrible conditions. Horrible conditions are everywhere. But I've seen some areas that look really nice. There are rich people in these countries who live in nice neighborhoods. They have nice areas, nice shopping malls or whatnot. Like those people aren't as third world as they want you to believe over here. You see, that's propaganda so that you don't leave America so they can control you. They can get your tax money. You know what I'm saying?
And you attract.
It's a shame.
What you put out there, too.
It's a shame.
All right.
Like, don't put that on us. Yeah.
And again, nobody's trying to get with you except for sleep with you. Both of you heifers have side chick energy. You don't have wife energy. That's why you're complaining about men getting passports. It's a joke, really. It's absolutely a joke. Y'all sitting up here, y'all don't have any options. Where are your men at? Why don't y'all have a man? Where, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have a life, so you go on this panel with shiny suit Isaiah, and you want to talk about men who you claim you don't want, but obviously you do. Because you like, damn, they have money to travel? Yeah, because it's not as expensive as y'all would think. But yes, these men have the right to go other places. They're not your slaves. They're not your slaves. You do have simps out there that will defend you and try to team up with you. But bro, Isaiah, I could sleep with those two women before you, bro. I don't have to do all that shucking and jiving and tap dancing and just knee begging. I don't have to do none of that.
This is the blatant hypocrisy that these females are engaging in, that they're accusing the passport bros of doing.
Appreciate that, Black Goku Zero. It's a lot of projection. It's a lot of projection. Why don't you heifers get a man first who actually takes care of you before you get on a panel and try to denigrate men who that live their life differently than you? Why is that such a problem? They say these men are trashing black women. Most of these guys that I see are not trashing black women. You got men speaking on their dating experience just like y'all do. When y'all get on social media and you love to tear down the men that you've dated, you're speaking from your experience, right? So why can't we speak from our experience? This is the type of shit I've been seeing since I started making content. A lot of hypocrisy, a lot of projection. That's all it is. And again, make sure y'all like the stream. Y'all love to project. But as Al Sharpton will say, we got you. Shout out to everybody that's here, man. I love calling out these people because these people are so easy to deconstruct. So easy to deconstruct. Even if it wasn't passport bros, there were women speaking out against men going their own way. Men who were going their own way, not getting passports, but they were going their own way. Y'all had something to say. Y'all tried to destroy the internet to take those men down. You created hit lists. You went on flagging campaigns, all because of an opinion. But let me tell you how for something, and your simps, your attack dogs, or attack poodles, because a lot of these guys are not that tough. No matter what you do to men, especially black men, we're always gonna find a way to move. We're gonna evolve. See, black men evolve. We evolve from one thing to another. You can't keep us down. We always are. We're forever evolving, and that's what they don't like. Is the evolving of men, especially of black men, and they can't control it. So what did they do? They criticize. You know, passport bros have been trending on Twitter for the last 2 days. I know the Star Report did a show on it, and passport bros have been trending on Twitter for like the last 2 days. We make shit trend. Shout out to Black Goku.
Not to mention that woman on the right has an OnlyFans and a single mother of 2 children by 2 different men. Something that she admitted.
2 different baby daddies? Damn. So she... So this helper's out here, she got 2 different baby daddies, but she's so busy worrying about what passport bros are doing. She's so concerned about what passport bros are doing that she not even trying to get with the man that actually wants to be with her. Every man that she dates, she has a kid by him. Is she gonna talk about those abortions? I wouldn't be surprised if they haven't had abortions. You heifers are disgusting and you deserve to be single. No man wants you. Y'all gonna be like Amber Rose. You're gonna be almost 40 and no man wants you. So you're swearing off men, but it's too late. They don't want you anyway. It's over. It's over. Your life sucks because of you. Not men getting passports, you morons. What is going on out here? Shout out to Enos.
Big Enos in DA building. Salute to Jaye, full score, thumbs up.
Salute, man, salute. Salute to everybody that's here, man. I think I've said enough. You heifers deserve to be single. And you simps, I love when y'all get embarrassed because these women are going to flip on you too. Shiny suit Isaiah, those heifers are going to flip on you too, sir. They're going to flip on you too. And I would never go on your platform. You know, I have zero respect for men who pander to women. I want nothing to do with you. I would never go on your platform. Your show is terrible.
These chicken-head mud ducks speak on places they never been. If you haven't been yourself, how you know? You can't really know if you don't go. Man shrugging, medium dark skin tone.
Appreciate that, deformed pretty boy. Right, like, have you ever been to Brazil? Have you been to Colombia? Have you been to Dominican Republic? Have you, but you're disrespecting it. Like I said, I've seen visuals. I can't say I've been there. But I've seen different videos from different guys who travel over there, and I can honestly tell you, those women look the same as the women here. They don't look like they're struggling at all. They don't look like they're struggling whatsoever. A lot of them probably could keep a man more than you can because they actually come from a 2-parent household, unlike you. I think people need to concern themselves with what goes on with them instead of trying to police others, because y'all out here looking bad. Oh yeah, I'm telling you, I bet you he done. I think Isaiah, shiny suit Isaiah, has shot his shot at one of those women. Because guys like that are sneaky. They have to be sneaky to get to get those women to date them. You see, guys like that are always sneaky. They like to sneak and try to get with these women. You know, those women would never give them the time of day. Right, like they call them dirty feet, but there's a lot of dirty feet heifers in America. Ask the heifers here in the States to let you see their feet. You know what I'm saying? You live in America. Ain't no reason why your feet should be dirty, especially as a woman. It's a lot of dirty foot heifers here in the States too. I'm pretty sure we have seen them. Now, come on, man. Salute to everybody that's here, man. Thank y'all for being here on this Saturday afternoon show. I needed to needed to cook just a little bit. I needed to cook just a little. Y'all had to just give me the space to be able to just work. You know what I'm saying? People are just egregious. Absolutely egregious. Absolutely egregious. Shout out to Ennis.
I rock chicks like those when they talk crazy clenched fist, full score clenched fist.
I know you dudes like crazy chicks, man. Shout out to Angela Pervy. I appreciate that, Angela. And that's the problem, man. Y'all dudes out here dating these crazy chicks, man. I'm telling you. You don't want to get caught up with no crazy chick, man, because if you don't like her like that and you break it off with her, she's going to make your life hell, man. So just be careful out there. Shout out to everybody that's here, moderators, the channel members, the people that support me on Patreon, because I do still post there. Make sure y'all continue to send me topics to the email, jadablacklive@gmail.com. The email should be in the description. And also the link to all my links is is right there. As soon as you click, you know, all the links to everything is there. You can send me stuff on Instagram. Just tell me you're sending me something. And on Twitter, tag me in something on Twitter too. I'll see it there first. Twitter and Instagram, I see it there, and email as well. Yeah, let's get the likes up, people. I want everybody to see this. I want to see hurt feelings in the comment section because I know I'm gonna see it. I want the hurt feelings to flow in the comment section because I know it will. I'm gonna post this on my Instagram, on my Twitter wall, on my YouTube wall, on my Jada Black channel. It's gonna be a lot of tears there, and I want to see a lot of hurt, feelings and tears in this comment section as well. And let's make the comment section into a war zone, okay? Yeah, definitely hit the Cash App. Shout out to the people that hit the super chat. Shout out to Pop Smoke and Ghosts. American socialism has the most hilarious outcomes. Absolutely.
American socialism has the most hilarious outcomes. Cool thumbs up, dark skin tone.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Always. Outcomes always hilarious. Appreciate y'all being here, man. Yeah, Charm. We got another woman embarrassing black women in America. And we'll get no pushback for it because these women don't call each other out. Pin that. They don't like to call each other out, but I'll call you out. I don't care. I don't have no reason not to call you out. When I see fuckery, you damn right I'm gonna call it out because the hypocrisy is absolutely startling. The hypocrisy that we have out here. And so thank y'all for being here. All right. And appreciate y'all. You've been a wonderful audience. Make sure y'all like the stream if you haven't. Check out all the videos that I've been posting on my Jada Black channel, my Basic Social Politics channel. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram so y'all get those notifications. Because, notifications don't always go out. But I always send the video links to those places. So you be like, I wonder if Jada Black did a video today. Let me check Twitter. And it's there, and it's there, And yes, we're gonna continue to make y'all look bad out here trying to tell men how to live their life. We're gonna continue to make you look bad. We're gonna continue to make you look bad, So I appreciate all of you. I love each and every one of you. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for supporting me, especially on this Saturday. This was an excellent stream, because I didn't go live yesterday. I did go today. Shout out to Black Goku again.
And now you have Filipino women firing back at these hyenas for speaking ill of them.
Well, that's good. That's definitely a good thing. That's a good thing because these foreign women are getting disrespected for absolutely no reason. So they should be fighting back. They should be fighting back. All right, people. It's not nighttime, but y'all get the picture. I'll see y'all next one. Y'all take care. Have a good rest of your afternoon.